In the end, up the road, it was to be a high-quality breakaway. Vingegaard in the yellow jersey, Aramburu in green, Berenetxia surely to be in the break in polka dots, and Chelmos starting off as one of the pre-day favourites. High quality have been our breakaway, and it was no different this time by. Cathebo for EF Education Easy Post, who had a big plan for the rest of the day. He was up there. Yosom from Total Energies, Berenetxia from Kaya Rural in the polka dot jersey, Tess Fatson from Trek Segafredo, and Van Hoeke from Team DSM, who've had a quiet race. It was starting to get loud though for a few, and some were tasting tarmac unfortunately. Rowan Dennis was to go home on this day, and unfortunately Grosshartner as well looked like he'd been through the mill. All eyes were on the final intermediate sprint. Who would be up for it? Well, the breakaway were just holding on. It looked like they may well roll over the line for the 3, 2 and 1 bonus seconds. They would have been no use to them ultimately, but very useful for those who are gunning for the overall title. And so it was that we had some brave moves. Jonas Vingegaard was certainly going to be amongst them. But where was the yellow jersey's teammates? He looked isolated. Well, sometimes just doing it for yourself is enough, and that's precisely what happened. Head to head with Izagiri. Where was Landa, we were asking ourselves at this moment. 3 bonus seconds to extend Vingegaard's lead overall on Landa. Could he get more? Well, EF had posted their ambitions with Caethebo. We'd heard on team radio as well that it was to be Esteban Chavez that would start the move. This, of course, working for Richard Carapaz ultimately. And it was the big climb to finish the day off. Asturiana, and the worst inclines right at the very beginning. We were talking 10, 12 and 14%, but it wasn't the yellow shoulders of the Ecuadorian champion Richard Carapaz. It was Vingegaard that pressed go and sent out an invitation to anyone good enough to come with him. And that man, trailing him overall, Mikkel Landa. How much effort would they put into sharing the duty? Well, Landa wasn't keen to help out. Vingegaard was helping himself. And behind, there were others that were formulating a possibility of closing the gap. But it kept expanding. Heading for the peak with 14.6 kilometres from home. And they were nudging up towards the half minute. Well, Higuita had missed out the day previously after being bumped off the barriers. He was there, so was the blue jersey of the Young Riders Classification man in Chelmos, looking lively. Soudal Quickstep with James Knox, he was in the frame with Catania and Schmidt. But really Vingegaard had that finish line in mind. Likewise Landa. Well, with such a long descent and a technical one into town as well, surely this gap might hold, because 2 riders were posted on the front by Soudal Quickstep and 2 were absolutely out front, Landa and Vingegaard. Landa occasionally just misjudging a couple of the corners, which apparently he knew so well. Vingegaard just staying safe on his wheel when he needed to, and then when it came down to the finale, the cat and mousing began. They were checking over their shoulders and the gap was narrowing. It had been 30 seconds, it was down to 5 at one point. Final corner, only 50 metres from the line, and then the big pickup from Vingegaard. Landa just could not get back at him, and in the end it was a bike length between the pair of them, defining the race and indeed the difference between them. 12 seconds now the margin of advantage for Vingegaard after taking 10 bonuses at the line, 6 bonuses at the line for Landa ahead of Mauro Schmidt, Sobrero, Rana McNulty getting up well, Rigoberto around the best placed of EF Education Easy Post after all the work that they'd done on this day. Riding the barriers, Vingegaard checked over his left shoulder first. Nope, he's not there. There he is, and just kicked again. A remarkable performance by the man who leads this race. The Great Dane, roaring, and 12 seconds in the lead. He's got 31 on Godot, 33 seconds on both Sobrero and Jonas Aguirre. Enric Mas 36 seconds in arrears, Chelmos at 37, 46 blanketing in the top 10. But who is going to stop Vingegaard? It doesn't look like anybody.